It's a great day in the Bomber Nation. You're listening to the Bomber Buzz. This is the podcast coming out of Berthold Public School right in my office. I'm principal. Last day of principal, I guess. Jacob Jenkins joining me, as always, is Dean of Students, Mr. Paul Rudolph. Paul, we just finished school. How about that?
Yeah, quite a deal, huh?
Yeah, this year zoomed by.
Yeah, pretty, well, kind of here, that's what it was, right? Just the end of the day and time to roll. And
yeah.
But all set up for graduation and
we're good to go.
Ready to go that way.
We practiced the walk. Everyone managed to do it.
So we should all be good there.
We should be good. We got a stage. There was some fun excitement about that with the rain, but we got her set up, and I think everything's good to go. So Sunday, 1 p.m., new gym. Come on out. We got 22 people graduating this year.
22.
Pretty great.
About where it's been the 3 years I've been here.
Yep.
We've been right in that range.
Right in that 20s.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and if you have not listened to our previous episodes, you should, because we've got senior spotlights, every single one, almost every single one. We have a senior spotlight on.
Yep.
I think there's just the one that declined.
Yep.
So.
Go back and listen to all of them. They're all pretty good. There's some
learned a lot of cool stuff.
Some
right?
rather interesting personalities that the graduating class is going a lot of different directions.
So many different directions.
We are at one tip of the rainbow to just about the other.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was listening to their speeches today while they were practicing them, and a lot of the speeches are, we didn't always agree, we weren't always eye to eye, but we're a class and we're together. And I think that sums it up. Is it's such a diverse group of students with so many different interests.
Yep, it is a pretty diverse group. When you even though they all grew up within this rural area, it still is a pretty unique and diverse set of people, without a doubt.
So if you want to know who is going to be a chef, you're going to have to listen.
Who's going to be a chef? Who's going to be an author? Who likes to fish?
That's right.
Who wants to be an electrician?
And some of the answers might surprise you.
Yeah, I think they would.
Yeah. So that's very cool. Yeah. Well, we said graduation. Do we have any other events that we need to know about coming up? Yeah,
we do. Girls softball is still playing. They'll be the number one seed in the region, or the Northwest region over here. So they had a fantastic last week. Went over to the big whatever they crossover classic, something they call it, over in the Fargo area, and beat 2 Class A schools.
Quite a showing, right?
Yeah, quite a showing. Gretchen Deaver hit a couple home runs. One was a game-tying home run. Pretty exciting stuff. Yeah, so, they play. I'm not sure of the time when they play on Monday, but they are the number one seed. They play Monday. And then we have the regionals track still set for Saturday. We'll see.
Things dry out.
Right, just exactly where. It's supposed to be in Minot at 1 o'clock. But a lot of them have been getting canceled, not canceled, but postponed and move into different, venues or different times. Or actually, one of them was ran. They moved it from Saturday to, I think, Tuesday. They ran just, because they saw the weather coming in. Or actually, it was Wednesday. Excuse me. But yeah, still scheduled for 1 o'clock Saturday, and then the state track meet next Wednesday or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. In Bismarck. And then the girls, if they were to win, would play over in Fargo next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as well. But that kind of puts it to a close, the 24-25 academic year.
Crazy.
For all activities and things of that nature. And then obviously summertime rolls, and
that's right.
And then we'll be venturing into, some new ground.
That's right.
Well, so to speak.
We've got a good episode here today. We talk with Evan Meiers coming up. He's going to be the new principal. So.
We did talk to Evan.
Yeah.
And that brings me to, something I wanted to just share with you and the community, people that listen, is I just have to commend you as one, just a fantastic person. And then just watching you and listening to you visit with Mr. Meiers the last couple of days, Wednesday and Thursday, and having been a part of some transitions in college football,
sure,
on both the moving inside and the moving outside, I tip my hat to you. It's a tremendous person that sits there and shares his wealth of knowledge in order for the school just to continue to be good, right? To continue to move in a good direction. That's not a, I don't want anybody to take light of that, because that's not a, one, it's not easy to do. Two, it's a tremendous, it's a tremendous person that does that. I tip my hat to you. I really do. I for the last 3 years, it's been fantastic.
Agreed.
I've enjoyed every minute.
Absolutely. Same here.
Just sitting in here and visiting and asking you questions, a wealth of knowledge. My gosh, if there's anybody that I don't know that I've, now, football coaches don't get, aren't, we're not this big scholarly bunch of people. But I don't know that I've ever had a chance to sit with just the wealth of knowledge, 10 steps away, basically, from me 3 days a week. I come in and ask you all kinds of things that are just, anything from writing or to just advice. And I got nothing but kudos and nothing but positive vibes to give you. But I just think the community needs to know that's a hard thing to do, right? You're moving out, you're moving on to different things.
Sure.
But yet you shared everything you possibly could share on Wednesday and Thursday to the incoming person. And that is it's a tremendous gift. It really is.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed, I on my part, I enjoyed sitting with Evan and getting to know him even better and just kind of building up that transition. That's what we want. Like,
oh, I know.
We want as smooth as possible. Evan's going to be such a great principal. Like, just his humor and his knowledge, honestly, and I'm his leadership that he demonstrated at Minot Public it's been phenomenal.
No, I firmly agree. 100%. I hope I'm not given that perception.
No, you weren't.
I think he's the right guy for the job. I think he's going to do fantastic. He's going to
be great. And so it was good for me to sit with him, and it's nice to know that you're leaving in good hands.
I think that's the case, but I think what you did was just phenomenal in the fact that you sat down, shared everything you possibly could, shared everything, why you did it, how you did it. And it just allows him just such in my opinion, just such a jump start or a head start on moving into his new career as an administrator. I just think it was fantastic what I watched and what I listened to. And it's just the type of person that you are. I've witnessed that for 3 years. You're just a good person. You allow people to go do their job and hopefully they're doing it to the best of their abilities. And I've watched you, manage and administrate and lead and do all those different things with that kind of philosophical background. And, tip of my hat to you.
Thank you. I'm definitely going to miss being here. I've been blessed 7 years. That's a blessing. And the people that are out here, I've said before in this podcast and just other times talking with people how blessed the Berthold community is with the students that we have here and the people that are working here and teaching them. And I really do believe that. Like, our students are top notch. Just this community puts out good people, caring people, and you look at the different things, I think about Martin and what he went through and how the community stepped up for him. And that's just one out of a myriad of situations where, we step up and support. So I'm going to miss this community. I'm going to miss this school. There are people here, 3 years went by really fast, Mr. Rudolph.
It has went by fast. I don't disagree.
It's been great 3 years.
Oh, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it really has. 3 years has flown by. Seems like just the other day I was getting my feet wet.
Right.
And I still am, to be honest with you. But
I think we all learn, right? I don't think there's not a day where I've ever felt like I got this in the bag. I know what I'm doing. I think that every day you wake up and you're like, okay. And when a situation's faced, you're like, I'm either going to learn for it or I'm not. And then the right answer is I'm going to learn from this.
Yeah, I firmly agree. I think that's the whole idea of being a lifelong learner. Yeah.
Agreed.
You're going to make some mistakes and you're going to take a curve in the road every now and then. But as long as you self-reflect and take a peek in the mirror and say, yep, I got to do better.
That's it. You grow from it and you move on.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you.
No, without a doubt. Yeah, just like I said, I'm not always the best guy at running to stores and doing things of that nature, and but I certainly wish you nothing but the best.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's been nothing but a pleasure.
Yeah, well, it's been a pleasure for me too. I'm definitely gonna miss a lot of people here. I should give shout outs, but there's too many to shout out. I mean, I will shout out Melissa though. She came in this year and just, God, she's been great. Brittany before her was awesome. Just these are people, in the front staff. You don't know how much work they do in that office and how much they support you as a principal. And so I do have to shout them out just on helping me to be the best that I can be. And shout out to them, Mr. Ritteman. He's all right. But as a mentor and a friend, just every day has been great. And there's lots more here, and I think I think sometimes we undervalue our support staff, but boy, are they important to this school and to the spirit of this school,
Make or break you.
Our custodians, our paras, our business office, those people are keeping this school going too. It's not just teachers. And we're all in it together. We're all working together. And so it's been an honor to work with everyone here. Every single one of those people and they've invested in me and impacted my life in such a nice way. Mm-hmm. And I'll miss that too. So.
Oh yeah, you will for sure. There's no question about it. Everywhere you've ever been and there's always a, positive light. And,
yeah, there is.
An experience in one way or the other that helps form the person that it becomes.
Yeah, that's right. So, well, thank you, Berthold. It's been awesome. If you're looking for me, you should come to Summer Theater. I'm going to plug it.
That's right.
I'll be in Fiddler on the Roof and ensemble for SpongeBob the Musical. And I'm directing the high school musical junior this year. Tatum Shenfish, our own Tatum, is going to be in that show. So you can come watch her in that. And tech director for Summer Theater. We start next week, Friday.
And let's hope for healthy this year too, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Going to be keeping my knee brace on this
exactly.
year. So, yeah. Well, like I said, we've got a full episode. Unless you got anything else here, Mr. Rudolph.
I'm ready to roll.
All right. Well, stick with us here on the Bomber Buzz. We got Evan Meiers coming up next. Berthold Farmers Elevator is open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. If you have spring wheat, corn, canola, durum, yellow peas, or feed barley, make sure to give them a call at 453-3431. Visit their website at bertholdfarmers.com for the latest in market, weather, and news information. Berthold Farmers Elevator is a proud sponsor of the Bomber Nation.
Hi, this is Monica.
And Tammy.
Here is your fun fact for the week.
Did you know 61% of employees are more productive when the dress code is relaxed?
Wow, that sounds good to me. Thank you, Tammy.
You're welcome. Now you know.
We are back on the Bomber Buzz. And joining us here as a new principal taking over here at Berthold Public School, Evan Meiers. Welcome to the Buzz.
Yeah, well, thanks you for so much for having me on the Bomber Buzz.
Yeah,
love being here.
We're excited to have you. So we thought we'd just kind of talk a little bit and get to know you, and get to our listeners can kind of get to know you a little bit. So the infamous first question that you get anytime you're in any kind of interview, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. Getting put on the spot here.
That's right.
I didn't get my notes ready. My name's Evan Meiers. I live on a farm with my 3 daughters and wife south of Blaisdell, North Dakota. I've been teaching in Minot Public Schools for the last 7 years. I am a band director out there. Taught at Minot High School for the last 5 years. And here I am being the principal here.
Yeah.
And so I'm a Minot State grad, Northern State University grad, University of Colorado grad. So grads everywhere.
Yay, grads.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty great.
Well-rounded.
Yeah, for sure. So your kids go here, so I think most people know that.
I think everybody knows Emery.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a person here in the school that doesn't know Emery Meiers.
She's really good about making herself known.
I think that's safe to say. I think that is safe to say. That's the fact. And Isla's moving in the right direction on that deal too.
Oh yes, Isla is definitely finding her voice in kindergarten right now. We've noticed that at home and everywhere else.
It is kind of interesting when you watch them. She come in kind of just shy and very quiet, and now she's finding her niche, and she's not afraid to visit. And no, it's fantastic. And we watch them grow up. I love it.
Yep, absolutely. So no, they're having a blast here in Berthold, and that was one of the catalysts for wanting to come out here and be a part of the school and the programs and just this awesome culture you guys have here. And that was one of the driving forces of me wanting to apply and eventually work here.
Yeah. Well, you just answered my next question, so I don't have to ask it.
I'm ahead of you.
way to see ahead in the future.
Yeah. Hey, tell us a little bit though, just about like, you've got this outstanding band program. I mean, everybody, anybody that's been to a Minot High basketball game or football contest or anything of that capacity, sees all of the students that are involved in the pep band or the drum line, it's just a fantastic atmosphere that you created. What's kind of spurred you to move away from that into the administrative ranks?
Well, one of the biggest reasons was to bring that culture that we have in our band programs and make it into a whole building or a larger, on a bigger scale. So to be able to bottle up what we've done at these places to grow, create that positive environment for students and staff, and then bring that to Berthold. That's the catalyst for that. And that's kind of the biggest reason why I think admin would be a great spot for me. So I can take it from what I've learned from kids and students and staff and parents and the whole thing. I mean, it's like running a whole show and a sports team. I'm very much like a coach some days, and then I'm a classroom teacher some days. So it's ran very much like that. So to bring that to Berthold, I'm really excited to do that.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Now you're active on the state level too with band, like more than just. I want people to know you're a big deal.
Yes, I was elected the North Dakota Band Directors President for the next few years, just recently, and have gotten many accolades and recognitions. And you'll find out with me, one of my defects is I like to be a little bit humble and don't like to toot my own horn or whatever, but. I love what I do, and I get really fully immersed into whatever I'm doing. So to take that now and apply that to admin and people and running a school versus running just a band program is going to be awesome. So lots of folks on the state. I'm also a Mapex artist, and so that's a nationally recognized artist series that I've grown to love to be a part of that family. That's cool. So. They're still going to keep me on for a little while.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's fantastic. No, it's fantastic. Do you think you'll miss the interaction with the kids on a classroom daily basis?
I think that was one of the big things deciding to go from the classroom to admin was how am I going to fill my cup every day? And I still think because students have filled that up every day, we see the experiences, you see them grow, you see students go through adversity and help them through that adversity so they learn. I still think I can find ways to do that here with students and with staff and with just kind of everybody in a building. I mean, when I walk into this building in a couple of weeks, that's going to be just like walking into my band classroom. Like, well, this is what we've done. This is what we need to do. This is where we need to get to where we need to be. I'm going to have that same attitude as I walk through these double doors every day.
Yep. Yeah. Solid enough. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's
and
good
I think,
stuff.
One of the nice things about Berthold, Class B maybe in general, is you talked about seeing kids grow. I remember my experience at Central, and I had a kid for 1 year and that's it. And you see growth in a year for sure, but it's so neat out here that you get to see the years of change and growth. You know, I think about the seniors graduating this year that were in elementary school when I got here. And so that progression, that's so neat to be a part of that and watch that.
And I think that's the Class B kind of narrative. That's the secret sauce for Class B I'm from the Stanley area, Ross, North Dakota. So if you know where Ross is, then you've studied your North Dakota maps. But I'm a graduate of Stanley High School. And so being a part of a Class B system, I really enjoyed that. And to be honest, going to a Class A system, I think they really enjoyed the perspectives that I had as a Class B kid or a Class B teacher. That was a breath of fresh air over there in Minot for a while because, you know, we got our hands dirty. We got every day. We talked about grit and talked about integrity and talked about hard work and that stuff. That was a huge part of our culture and our band culture. So that Class B, you know, you just get it done. Has really helped me to get everywhere. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, it is. Good stuff. Good stuff. What else can you add?
I also farm with my father-in-law and brother-in-law south of Blaisdell. So we do small grains, canola, flax, wheat, and some durum. So I'm really busy in the spring and really busy in the fall. And then in the wintertime, it's nice to just have one job versus two. So that was one decision we made. We actually lived in Berthold for a few years, just a couple blocks away, and decided to move out to the family farm and do some farming out there and grow that and make that a cool place to be for all of our kids. And because we just believe in that farming, agricultural background strengthens our students, our kids, our everybody. And so being a part of a community that's based on that ag base is going to be great because I live and breathe it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. And you know that as well as, I mean, most of the kids around here have some sort of an ag-based background or if they're not very far away from it.
Right.
Right on. Well, anything else you'd like to add here at the...
Oh, let's see. Fun fact about Mr. Meier.
Fun fact. Yeah, here we go.
I don't know. I just said fun fact. I didn't actually
have one. Now you got to come up with one. It's like,
have one ready.
On the spot.
Fun fact about Mr. Meier. I really like, so my favorite sport is to play is basketball.
There you go.
I actually coach. Don't tell Mr. Rudolph this, but I coached basketball for a couple of years.
Yeah, you know what? Shoot, now that you say that, we need a junior high coach still. So,
and then
I'll teach you.
I played some football for a little bit, but I'm a basketball guy, and I really like racing, like F1 racing's kind of.
Oh, cool!
Love to watch that.
Really?
Oh yeah, yep. So, car racing, car guy. Like watching videos on people souping up their cars and my dad's old 77 Ford, we had that restored, so I drive that every once in a while. And
oh, nice.
So, yeah, just a kind of a car guy and basketball, football guy. I'm not a Vikings fan. I am so sorry to everybody here.
It's such a good conversation piece in North Dakota. How can you not be a Vikings fan? It's one of the best conversation pieces you have.
I've watched my whole family be Vikings fans, and I can't join them. However,
that's where we get our resilience and grit from.
You get it from somewhere, I'm sure. But watching my wife and family all be Vikings fans. So I was a Chargers fan for the longest time because I'm a running back guy. So LaDainian Tomlinson was one of my favorite running backs I ever got to watch. And so when they moved to L.A., I was like, no, I do not like L.A. as a town. I've been there a couple of times. I have no one.
Betray the Chargers.
So I had to take a few years, and just a couple of years ago, I kind of settled on, I can't like the Bears because my sister-in-law likes the Bears. Can't like the Packers because my brother-in-law likes the Packers. Well. So it was a process of elimination, so I had to keep it in the conference, so I'm a Detroit
Lions. I was going to say that's the only one you got left.
Yep. So I'm the only Lions guy in the entire family. So
when everyone's together and it's a division game,
absolutely. So we've started. I had to bring it back to closer.
This was the first Thanksgiving where you could actually enjoy it for a while then, because they've been pretty dismal.
No kidding. Yeah.
No, it was a little rough there. Well, just like you guys, there's really no difference. I say that about your guys' teams, but because you're a Vikings guy, right?
I'm not. I'm not a. They're a great conversation piece, and do I watch? If the Vikings are always on, how can you not watch them?
Right, right.
But as far as a favorite team, I really don't. Like growing up, I was a Cowboys fan.
Oh, sure.
And but as soon as the new guy purchased them back in the late '80s and fired Tom Landry, that was annulled. And then since then, I just haven't. I'm not But most of when you coach college football, Sunday is a big work day for us. So we didn't. The only time I really watched the NFL, during that time was in the springtime when we'd watch cut-ups and stuff like that. I didn't. So it's only lately where I can really enjoy the Sunday afternoon NFL games. And like I told you, the Vikes are the best conversation piece. You have to enjoy them.
I don't know. My blood's purple, man.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that. So
I still get a lot of grief from I think it was the 77 or 78 playoff game where the bottle come flying out of the air when the Cowboys were playing the Vikings at the old Met Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gosh. I was the only Cowboys fan in the living room at that day.
Yep. Well, so that's my fun fact. I like sports. I like cars, farming.
Yeah.
And I'm a really good wind band lit guy.
There you go.
That's
wind band.
Yeah, wind marching band or whatever. Yes, I know band.
Okay.
And farming and cars and football.
There you go. Good stuff.
Awesome. Well, it was really nice getting to talk with you today, Evan. It's nice to learn a little bit about you. I know you're going to do great out here. If you want to race against Evan with your F1, that's just sitting around, I'm sure. Or
I'm not the fastest human in the world.
Is that for pink slips? That's the way they eat. Yeah,
that's the only way to do it. Main Street, you got about 15 seconds to excel and stop.
There you go.
So it'll be a short race. Right. It'll be interesting.
Well, thank you so much for having me on today. It's awesome.
Hoops. Yeah.
Awesome to be part of this group.
Well, thank you. We're excited. We've got more coming up, so stay with us here on The Buzz. Berthold Grain and Seed is a farmer seed company. They specialize in seed sales and feed grade and seed conditioning. Berthold Grain and Seed strives to provide the best and newest varieties that are conditioned to meet their high standards. As a family-owned company, they live their core values of quality, integrity, service, people, and trust. Their motto, a farmer's seed and agronomy company, reminds us daily that their business is built around satisfying the needs of their customers with information they have learned over a long legacy of their own farm. Berthold Grain and Seed is a proud sponsor of the Bomber Nation. You've been listening to the Bomber Buzz. Berthold's podcast can be found wherever podcasts are found or right here on our homepage. This has been Principal Jacob Jenkins saying thank you for 7 really great years out here. I will miss all of you. Thank you to just a lot of people that have really showed me kindness and just been there to support me in my journey out here at Berthold. Tammy and Lisa, Mark and Paul, Melissa, Beth, Asela, Shanda, Ashley, Patty, you guys have really done a lot for me, and just thank you for being so welcoming and supporting. To all of our teachers, especially Mrs. Helfrich, who I got to do theater with and really get to know and become friends with, and Steve, just really enjoyed our time together, and doing the play was a real highlight of my time here, and just something that I really enjoyed. And the other teachers, thank you so much for building such a great school, and for teaching our kids and working real hard for them. And to our students and parents, thank you for 7 really great years. I will miss you. I know you're in good hands. So For the last time, this is Jacob Jenkins signing off for the Bomber Buzz.
A song that I could sing for you. I'd sing a song to make you feel this way. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a tale that I could tell you, I'd tell a tale sure to make you smile. If I had a wish that I could wish for you, I'd make a wish for sunshine all the while. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. Sunshine almost all the time makes me high. Sunshine almost all